Hello and welcome to Galaxy Advisors. The purpose of this video is to explain how to import email with Condor Mail Collector. How do you import your email into Condor? Recall there are two basic steps or choices. The first one is to convert your email from one format into Condor, which uses the Adora format, or use the IMAP. In this video, we're going to talk about the IMAP option. Using IMAP to import your email is represented in this diagram. In essence, your email is saved on a server, be it Google Mail, Apple Mail, and so on. And you're going to use the IMAP, or Internet Message Access Protocol, to access it and download it into the MySQL server. So in essence, that's the overconception of what this process is about. The preparation steps, really four, is the first and most important is to know your IMAP server name. And if you don't know that, you can call your technical support who handles the email and ask them. Second of all, you're going to need an internet access. And then third, I'm sure you know your email name and your email password. So here's a few sample of IMAP server names. For Gmail, imap.gmail.com. Apple, imap.mail.me.com. SCAD student is student.scad.edu, and Wayne State University is connect.wayne.edu. So this gives you a sample of what these server names appear to be. So let's recall the overall process steps. We're going to use the Tools menu on Condor for data harvesting. In this particular one, we're going to select the Mail Collector. We're then going to save that mail into a database. The second step, we're going to use the File command to open that database. And then third, we're going to use the View command to visualize the network, measure some of the trends, and analyze the content. So, start Condor. Again, the key is a monthly key that you only have to insert once at the first day of the month. The host is localhost, the user is root, and the password is your MySQL password, and that's whether or not you've created one. If you created one, you need to enter it. If you left it blank, just leave it blank and click OK. Here's the Condor screen in the Mac version. There is a PC version. They are identical again in functionality. So let's begin. You're going to use the click on Tools. And for the data harvesting, you're going to select the Mail Collector. And once you do that, the Mail Collector form is going to appear like this. There are actually four sections to the form. The three in blue are parameters that you set. And section 4 is actually a log window. And down below in that little green box are the buttons to start the mail collection once you set the various parameters, or close after you've finished. So let's go through each one of these sections one at a time and explain how to fill them out. For the first section 1, this is where you're going to enter your email name under username, such as this. You're going to enter your password and also to enter your IMAP host name, such as imap.gmail.com. The second piece of the folder is after you finish the first steps, choose folder. And once you choose folder, it's going to turn blue, and actually what it's going to do is go out and communicate with your email, and it's going to bring back a list of folders. All of those folders will be checked, and then your job is to uncheck the folders you do not want imported. In this example, I suggest you import your inbox and your sent mail. So it's up to you. And then click OK. Incidentally, the choose folder will go back to its normal grayed out color when this window appears. So while it's blue, it's actually communicating with your IMAP server. Then after you selected your folders, those folder names will appear in the folder text box. And then the next item in section 2 is to select these options. I recommend that you bullet yes for content. The SSL stands for Secure Socket Layer, and just leave it as yes. In protocol, as we indicated, is IMAP. Then the third section of the form, username is root, just leave that. The password is your MySQL password. Again, if you Created one, enter it here. If you left it blank, just leave it blank. The host remains localhost. Now, the form is automatically populated with a database name, as indicated here, and the dataset name is automatically set to my DS. You can rename these if you wish, and again, for the naming conventions, use the alphabet and numbers, but no special characters and no spaces. Then you're going to select these options for anonymize if you wish. You would check yes, and the default is no. The format is use Condor, and the clear to database we selected as no. So that will take care of the first three options set, and then at the very bottom click Start. Then you're going to receive a progress window is going to appear talking about fetching the mail from your particular folders. And then in section 4, it's going to be a little status regarding the email being imported, log messages. Now, depending upon the size of your email, this may take several hours. You could always check with Navicat to make sure email is still populating it. For example, I think last one I did was 54,000 emails. It took about 11 hours here to get all those in, so it may take several hours. You can use the Navicat tool to explore your data in the tables as well. So now let's recall that you've harvested your email using the first step. You're going to use the file command to open the database for whatever database name that you gave it. And then you're going to use the view command to visualize and measure it. So recall when you're using the view command, it's a two-step process. You're going to click view communication, create communications view first, and then the second step is to click view communication static or dynamic. I recommend that you click dynamic view because then the email is timestamped and you can actually play it as a movie. So once your email database is read and you do the two view communication command setup, you can then spend most of your time exploring your email data. You can play the animation, and you can also use the measure, view, bipartite, and control commands to further refine and analyze your email. Here I've illustrated with the top left with the animation that will play. In the lower below that I have the group centrality plot. In the upper right corner I have the contribution index, and then in the lower right I have the new user plot, which will all dynamically move when you move one of those sliders beneath it. So lots of power here, lots of sophistication to analyze your email. So that concludes how to use the Condor IMAP mail collector and enjoy analyzing your email.